And welcome back to John Morris Show on a Monday. Again, pleased you're with us. Brought to you every day of the week by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. And look who we are joined by now. We are joined with the Renaissance man, Coach Jim Blair, with a good-looking backdrop. How are you?
Morning, J-Mo. How are you?
So last time you were on, you were in your car or your wife's car, and today I'm in my car. I'm at the Waco Regional Airport.
Yeah.
You got a good spot there.
Yeah, no, it's good. Even though I can see the feed a little bit better now, these lights are shining a little bit too much off my head, so it's an awkward shot for me, but I'll take it. It's fine.
You're a good-looking man, Jimmy. Thank you very much for joining us. What a great weekend, man, for you guys to get great starting pitching. Bats were good all weekend. How do you feel coming out of the weekend sweep of Houston?
Yeah, I can't have a better week, to go 4-0, and it's hard to sweep anybody in college baseball, and I've been part of sweeps on the good side where you don't really play some games real well. You just find a way to win. I thought our guys played well all three games, all parts of the game. It was fun to watch. It was fun to be a part of. Our infield defense was phenomenal. Maybe something that if you weren't watching the games live, there were some unbelievable plays made. We did some things really well all weekend. It was good for a young team that has had some ups and downs. It was good for them to see what they can do as long as they play the game clean.
Really impressive. And explain to people how hard it is to sweep a 3-game series. I mean, there's lots of factors that go into that. Not only that, but a road sweep for you guys. First Big 12 school that swept a road series this season.
Yeah, college baseball is college baseball. I mean, it's really hard. It's kind of interesting, if you look at a doubleheader, if weather, creates a scenario where you've got to play 2 games in a day, it's really hard to win both games in one day against an opponent. It doesn't matter who it is. Just the way the game kind of is. But over a 3-day period, especially with a team like Houston, who, we felt like watching them, the situation they were in at Kansas, they continued to compete and retook leads late in the games. And 2 weeks ago against Kansas State, they were really close to being swept and had a huge inning and came back. And then the Tuesday game they had with Texas, they were down 7-0 forever in that game and then found a way back. So, and you're never comfortable in those situations. We had the lead late in the game, gave them a few runs back, and it wasn't real comfortable at that time. Thank goodness we had the big inning in the top of the 8th. But it's college baseball. They're because of the MLB draft, because of the portal situation, the level of player in college baseball right now is really special. And so, if you make a mistake, it's going to get hit really hard. If you give guys extra bases, it can lead to big innings. So I thought that was a huge part of our week, and we just kept playing, adding to leads and holding them down. We were on our toes defensively, made some big plays, and didn't allow them to, really get anything going.
And the starting pitching was really good, wasn't it? Ethan Calder, 7 innings yesterday. I think your starters in the 3 games, Max Calderon says, went 17 1/3 combined innings. Yep. I mean, that's a great starting point when you get that, that far into games with your starters.
I'd have to go back and look, but in the 4 years we've been here, I'm not too sure that we've gotten more production out of the starting 3 over the course of the weekend. And they were, it wasn't just that they were getting us in the games, they were good. And Wally had a little bit of an inning there to start game 2, but overcame that, settled in, which is exactly what is if you're facing that guy, you don't want him to settle in. You want to keep pushing on him and get him out of the game. Can't allow him to do that, but he did and settled in and really nicely. And then Davenport was good from the start. Calder was good from the start. So, yeah, those guys were exceptional for us.
And a lot of hits, a lot of runs, and you kept pouring it on, which was good. About Travis Sanders, top of the lineup. I think his on-base streak is now 30 games going back to last season.
Yeah.
That guy he's having a terrific season, isn't he?
He's locked in. You sit there and go, well, he started the season hot, and now here we are, 20. Let's see, what are we? 27 games into the season, and he's the same guy. Yeah, he's so interesting to watch because when the magnitude of the situation heightens, like he seems to be even better at the plate. Extremely when he hit the 2-run homer to right field, I believe was that Friday or Saturday. It's all running together, but man, it was a
Saturday.
Competitive at bat, and then boom, he changes the game. With one swing. He also had some unbelievably savvy plays on defense. He had a ball in the 6-hole where he didn't have a chance to make the play, and the runner took too big of a turn and popped him. And the level of awareness, baseball IQ, and athletic feel to make that play is high level. And then he also turned over 2 double plays that maybe looked like he was showing off a little bit, but the way the feed came to him, he had to kind of turn and spin, and he fired 2 bullets in there and went for the play and executed both of them. So he's special to watch right now.
Yeah, that's terrific. Well, this week, home this week, 4 games. Tarleton comes in on Tuesday. Then BYU, which is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, which BYU does every week, and we would have done because it's Easter anyway. But sure. Do you ever think about that being an advantage for BYU? Because they do it every week. And then for you guys and the other teams in the Big 12, it's kind of a one-off to play a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an advantage, but they're certainly staying on schedule all year, and how we'll do our pitching. If we're going to bump everybody up or leave our Friday guy on Friday or Saturday guy on Saturday and make changes on Thursday, I don't know what our situation is on that yet. But you've got to adjust the schedule. It for sure challenges, depending on what the game looks like on Tuesday as far as guys coming out of the pen, pitch counts and what have you, and are they going to be available again for Thursday? It definitely forces you to make some adjustments. I don't know if there's a huge advantage. It is a little bit of a different schedule though. So we did that when I was at DBU, and didn't play on a lot of Sundays and force other people to make those changes there. And I don't know that I ever felt that way. It was just different. So
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Well, big week ahead. Hope the momentum continues for you. We appreciate your time this morning. And my car doesn't look as nice as your Tesla, but thanks for being on with us.
It's not my Tesla. It's my wife's Tesla. So
your wife's Tesla, right?
We can't do the video feed from my car. It's too dirty. So
we could, but you don't want to. Hey, I'm going to Las Vegas for the Crown for the basketball tournament. The Foo Fighters aren't in Las Vegas, are they? I know you keep up with them.
No, they're not. But if you get a chance to see them, I recommend it. Last time I was in Vegas, I saw U2, and me and my wife are huge U2 fans. We've seen them like 6 times, so we saw them.
All right.
Saw them at the Sphere. Great show. She baited me into going to see George Strait, who I don't care for. And we've seen so much live music in our life, and we ended up going over to that concert, and that's why you do things like that. It was the best concert I'd ever been to. He was nice. Unbelievable there. So
I would do it just to see the Sphere,
Oh, it was a really, really cool thing. Really, really cool thing. So
nice.
Yep. So get
a good recommendation. All right. Well, I'm all business, but I'll take that recommendation. Thank you.
I know it.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Have a good week ahead.
All right, John. Thanks, man.